Okay guys, in this video we will add attribute data for the features we created. So as you see here in our raster data, let's hide our feature classes. In the raster data, for example, the counties, we have the name of the counties, and for the cities of Orange County we have the name of the cities and like the average house price. So we will add this data to our features. Also for the freeways, we have the freeway number, we will add it to our features. So let's start by the counties. We are going to disable all the raster layers and we leave the counties, and we are going to go to the bookmark of Southern California. We are going to enable the counties feature, and here we are going to make this layer transparent a little bit so we can see the values below it. So we right click properties and you go to display, you change the transparency to 50%, and now we can see our feature layer and we can see the name of the counties below it. So we are gonna pan a little bit to the left. We can hide this toolbar, we don't need it at this moment. So there's two ways to add attribute data. You either come to the layer, right click on it and open attribute table, and you enter the value for each feature. So if you click here, you will have this feature here selected. Or the other way is to select the feature and you open the attribute table from here. You can pen this here and you can enter the value here. So you can select each one and you can enter the values, or you can select it here and you enter the values in the table here. Either way works, no problem with that. You need to have your editing session open in order to edit the attributes, as we know before. So right now I'm going to enter all the names for all the counties. So now we finished enter all our counties names. Here the area, as we know before, you can come here, right click, you have to unselect this first. You can come here and right click on this column here and say calculate geometry, and we want to calculate the area for this counties, but let's make it square miles and say okay. And this is the areas calculated for each geometry here, or for each feature of the counties. So the next thing we'll do the same thing with the Orange County cities. So let's close this attribute table, hide the counties, hide California, open Orange County cities raster and the cities of Orange County in red, and we go to the bookmark of Orange County. So here we are going to do the same and change the transparency of the layer 50% to see where this arrow goes to each layer. So here I can select specific feature here, and this time I will change the values in here. So here we have the city name and the area, but one of the things I wanted to add also is I want to add a new field for the average house price. And as you remember, in order to add a new field we need to stop the editing. It will ask us if you want to save. Yes, save. We will go to the attribute table and we will add a new field and we will call it average house price, and the alias here average house price, and we'll choose type long integer and we'll say okay. Now we close it, we open again our editing and we start enter the value. We are going to enter the city name and the average house price based on this data right here. So now we got all of them, all the data is in there. Also, we will do the same for the area. We right click here and do calculate geometry, area, square miles. We will say okay. And we have the value for this one only because this is the one we selected. So we gonna clear the selection, do it again. Calculate geometry, square miles, say okay. And we have the area in square miles for each city. So now we are going to do the same for our freeway layer, and we are going to close this one, hide this one, enable this one, and hide the Orange County cities, enable the freeways, and just zoom to bookmark of Southern California, zoom in a little bit. And we are just going to start to choose each freeway and enter the value of the freeway number right here. For example, this one is 210. We're going to enter 210 here. And we're going to do the same for all the other values. If you have separate segments, like this one is a segment of the 5, enter 5 here. And if you choose another segment, enter another 5, and make sure you enter values for all of them. So now we finished enter all our freeways. We're gonna do the same for the length. We're gonna right click here. Let's make sure we deselect any features first, and then we right click on the column here, calculate geometry, calculate the length in miles, and okay. Now it calculates the miles for each segment we have. We are gonna use this data later for selection by location, or maybe do some analysis on this data, and we are gonna see how we use it. But for now, we just entered the way we entered it right now. For the cities, we are not gonna enter the cities right now. We are gonna keep it empty. We're gonna keep the city name empty, but we can also come here for the lat, calculate geometry, make sure we have our lat, which is a y coordinate, decimal degrees, okay, and we have the long values for it as well. Calculate geometry, x, okay. I know this video is like basics like we saw in our beginner videos, but I want you to enter the data because we are going to use it in different things in the coming videos. So I wanted to enter the same way I entered right now, and we'll see you in the next video so we can take a look into a more way of doing editing and more advanced tools in editing. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.